the By Any Means Necessary team will be on break next week, and we had planned to have a week of retrospectives on the year that was 2020, but Donald Trump messed that up, and we've had to talk about his shenanigans all this week, which actually is the retrospective of 2020, domestically at least. It was the final year of the Trump regime, at least we think it will be. I mean, officially, yes, he will be out of office, but don't think that he'll go away, because he won't. Just like the Tea Party took over the Republican Party a decade ago, in response to Obama's presidency, Trumpists will take over the GOP in the coming years and will probably control Congress. Now, I know this is a time for hopeful messages, but I'm sorry, I don't have one for the improvement of this country's political trajectory, because if this administration has shown us anything, it is that at least half of the country really does not care if people in the other half of the country suffer and die. They never have. Some of us have known this all along, that too many people in this country are indeed as hateful, selfish, calloused, racist, sexist, xenophobic, and just plain mean, exactly as they appear on television in these Proud Boy protests and when they go to vote for these horrible politicians. And I don't believe that there is any amount of appealing to these people that will change their minds. And a bunch of these folks are about to win some seats in Congress in the upcoming midterms because that's what they believe. I think I want people to understand this about politics in this country. When people vote for politicians who say hateful things about other people, they know what is being said, the people who vote for them. They know what they're voting for, and they hope that it actually comes true. So can we please stop believing that Americans are, quote, better than this, end quote, because at least half of the country is just not. But the other half of the country isn't much better when it comes to believing in a political party that puts all its hopes on reforming that racist and authoritarian loving segment, rather than aligning itself with the working class and poor who are in the crosshairs of those folks. This whole idea that Democrats have, that you can negotiate with people who believe that people have a right to decide what to do with their bodies when it comes to wearing a mask to stop the spread of a virus that could kill other people, but not when it comes to a woman's right to control her own reproduction, who believe in giving tax breaks to corporate CEOs who take tax revenue from cities as a hostage negotiation for bringing low-wage jobs to communities that are already destroyed by neoliberal benign neglect, but also think that giving working people a living wage and poor people food and housing will somehow make them lazy, and who proclaim that law and order and following the Constitution are the most important things above all other things, but celebrate when the police abuse the rights, bodies, and lives of Black, brown, and yes, poor white people, and will happily deny those same citizens their constitutional right to vote and invalidate those votes to proclaim their dear leader the winner of an election that he actually lost. Democrats continue to insist on reaching out to those people, while they openly disparage and marginalize the progressive faction of their own party that represents the people who are the targets of those folks who have always hidden their fascism behind the flag and the freedom eagle. So no, I don't have a lot of hope for politics in 2021 being any better than they were in 2020 or 2019 or the years before. And I don't care that Joseph Biden will be president. Nothing will change. The Democrats will continue to try to compromise with the GOP. The GOP will morph into the grand party of Trump, and the progressives will continue to be kicked in the teeth by both of them. Biden is going to make sure that NDAA gets passed with every dime for every piece of death delivery intact. Demands for justice for Palestinians will continue to be called anti-Semitism against Israel. The strong arming of African and Arab nations into an unholy alliance with Israel will only ramp up the oppression and the genocide against the Palestinian people. Neo-colonialism on the continent of Africa will continue, and the people will continue to suffer as Western governments and corporations rake in trillions off of their suffering. Millions will join the ranks of the poor in this country Tens of thousands more will become homeless. Child poverty will continue to skyrocket. And as people suffer, corporations will continue to boast record profits as the stock market soars. And the people will become angry. And the people will fill the streets. And the people will rise up. And the people will unite in class solidarity and join in this beautiful struggle against this evil empire that has robbed us all of so much, while they laughed at our pain in front of their $25,000 refrigerators filled with $15 a pint ice cream. If you want to know where my hope for the new year is, it's there. It's in the streets. It's in the struggle among the people. It's in mutual aid and community movements and grassroots activism and political education and a growing class solidarity across generations and ethnicities and geographical boundaries. 2020 was a struggle. 2021 will be a struggle. My hope lies in the fact that you are in this struggle with us, that we are in this struggle together. Solidarity, my friends. Solidarity forever.